Diddley bows are usually instruments made from things around the home, tin cans and a broom handle, etc. But we're going to look at a few diddley bows and see how they're made, and then we're going to make our own diddley bow. The diddley bow we're making is going to have a one string on it and made from a back scratcher, and we'll use this to learn how to strum with. You've taken the Diddley Doo, you've stringed it up, and you've got the soundboard on it, and you can mark spots on here if you want, so you can pluck it like this or learn to strum it like you would the ukulele. And so you learn to play this along with the music that's playing. What it'll do is you'll build a C chord structure on there with your finger clear across and then your fourth finger on your beginning spot, and that's where you'll start playing along with your music. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, these are the components needed to make a diddly doo. The glue gun is optional. You need a back scratcher from Walmart or the Dollar Tree. Either a square dowel or a pencil. So either one would work. Then you need one of these little serving cups. All right, so you can see they're not very deep. All right. And then some 50-pound, you want 50-pound fishing line. You can probably find that out in the fishing box or garage or your neighbor or something. If you don't have to buy the fishing line and you got a pencil around, then this whole thing will cost you about $1. Now the way you assemble it is you'll take the fishing line and loop it on here. I'll show the detail of that later. Bring it around through here and back, and you'll tie it and pull it tight. Then you cut your pencil or your dowel into just short, right there, like that. Okay, so that becomes the nut, what we call the nut right here. You can glue that down using the glue gun if you want to. And then you'll have, this will be your sound box, and it'll go right here underneath. So that's kind of the quick description of how they're made. So what you want to do is you want to take the fish line and you want to measure out just a little more than 2.5 lengths. There's 2, and then anywhere over another half, and then cut that fish line. Now you're going to take on one end. You're going to tie this around yourself, and I'm not a good Boy Scout, so I don't know what it's called. So let's see if we can zero in, if you can see what I'm doing here. I'm making a loop, holding on to that. I'm taking that loop and I'm wrapping it over and around itself, okay, like that, and then going to stick it back through, like that. This is real long, so I'm going to try to keep pulling this so it's fairly tight down around the end of that loop, okay. Down around the end of that loop, so it's not very, so I don't want my knot out there a long ways. I just want a very small loop there. And then you can take pliers or something and pull that loop tight, but don't get anything that's going to ruin, hurt the edge. All right, and then just pull that tight. Now you notice I'm doing it around the round edge of the pliers, not on the sharp edge of the pliers, because I don't want it damaging the fish line, so that when we get it taut, it breaks. Now take that loop and you're going to go over the center finger of that back scratcher, okay? So we're going to put over that center finger and slide it clear down, okay? Got it?
Yep.
Okay, we're going to bring it up into this hole. You hold that line, we'll bring it down through that hole. You're going to pull it down this back, okay? And what we're going to do is we're going to wrap it around this and bring it back to a loop. So we got to measure where our loop is going to be. So bring this down to the bottom of the fingers, and then put your finger on the fishing line about where that little curve comes in. And right there, you're going to pull that out, and we're going to make a loop again like we did before. So we're going to make a little loop and grab a hold of it. See, I've just taken this and folded it around itself. I'm going to take that over, you see, taking it over, and take it back through itself. And making that loop where it's tied to itself. Now this is coming down from the, see, it's coming down from the hole in the back. It's coming down from that hole through that finger and back around the finger. And this is so we can pull it tight here. I'll bring it back up and slide this through our loop, and that'll be our tightening spot. I'm going to put it back up through the loop now. So you see what we got there. Now we're going to pull this as tight as we can. Just pull it as tight as you can. Once you got as tight as you can, it stops moving, stops stretching. Then you got to bring this around those fingers several times. So it doesn't, so it's back, pulled back on itself. Once you got it through there, keep a hold of it. Get your wire down underneath, your line down underneath, and tie that tight. Your knot on the back side, you want to take your serving cup, and you're going to take a flat object and just kind of make a little dent in that so it folds back on itself, kind of like a mouth, okay? See how that works? Okay, now you're going to take this and you're going to slide it underneath and slide it as far back here as you can, back towards the back part here. Okay? Or a dowel or the pencil, and you can cut yourself a piece here for the nut, and if you want, you can take a little saw or something and cut a little slot for that to go through, then just slide it up here, and you can then glue it with your glue gun if you desire. And then you got a diddley bow. And then you can, so you can start playing it